Hello, and welcome to episode 8 of Gilganos playing Dawntrail. Last time we scaled the mountain, we climbed the mountain of, I don't remember the name, Worqor, Worqor, something like that, right? And of course, there were other claimants, like blocking our paths and stuff, but we did reach the summit and then fought the Elector. And we found out that, the mountain is, or at least the top of the mountain is a graveyard, basically. And also there was a sepulcher for Gulu Jaja, which might actually be foreshadowing now that I think about it, because I still have the theory that Gulu Jaja will die once we found all the gemstones. So let's see if I'm gonna be right with that. And also, Aaron Will said something about an interesting name there, like, oh, why is interesting to find your name on here? I already forgot the name, of course. But that's for sure gonna be another character to play a part. Maybe Enigmatic Maiden, right? Maybe he actually knows her. We still have yet to meet her, which is kind of interesting, but I'm assuming then that she'll probably also be present in the patch content, right? Because closing in on halfway through the expansion, I would say, which is probably basically whenever we find the last gemstone and then something's gonna happen, right? Which I think is gonna be the death of Gulu Jaja. Today we're gonna fight, probably, most likely, Valigarmanda, so let's see how that is gonna play out, right? I'm looking forward to that, so let's go. Kinda weird how he's just broken free like that. Like, yeah, he's broken free. Just like that. Suddenly, someone licked the eyes. Maybe it was Baku Jaja. Oh, maybe that was why Zorilja wasn't with Zoralja, right? On the peak of the mountain. So maybe Baku Jaja was just to make sure that, like the others weren't at Valigarmanda's place when Zorilja made sure that the ice melted, and he then quickly climbed the mountain, scaled the mountain, so that he had an alibi when it happened, basically. Good, you're back. There is much I would explain, but by the time I arrived to investigate a sudden surge in ether, there were already fallen giants everywhere. Oh no. Right now, everyone is preoccupied with threatening the wounded. Pray catch your breath and then lend a hand where you can. Blood red dye. How fitting. An echo of madness. Alfina would enlist your aid in checking on the injured Yokui. If you're ready, there are many injured here who need aid. Should you find anyone passed out from their wounds, I ask that you alert me to them. Otherwise, I shall be tending to whomever requires the most urgent healing. We can gather here once we've seen to these people's hurts. Another moment where I wish I'd leveled as a healer, right? Probably be a little different as a healer. Yorgawar, you, the third promise protector. Everything was bathed in bright red. A searing heat enveloped my entire body. I couldn't move. Everything burns. The touch of clothes is agony. And then, for some reason, I didn't read the rest. I don't know why, sorry. My wounds are nothing serious, but this dryness in my throat, it's as if all the moisture has left my body. Hey, they just dropped a nuke on us, I guess. They really want to make sure that we are afraid of this Valigarmanda. Stay with me, we'll have a healer see to you soon. Destination unknown. I've done all I can for now. The injured you found were awake and alert then? That is well. We've left the injured as comfortable as we could. Many were suffering from burns to a greater or lesser degree. Did a fire sweep through the village? Yeah, Valigarmanda. The details are unclear. Once I'd healed the giant attacked by the mountain bird, the group's leader, Worqor Lar, I believe they called him, bade me depart. It was then that I felt an intense wave of ether and returned to find Warlord's echo in this state. I rushed over to the first giant I saw. Though delirious with pain, he repeated the same warning. Valigarmanda had broken free. Thus did I contact you with all haste. Well, we're going to need more information than that before we can deal with the situation. Yes, we should speak with the temple guard and see what's become of the Skyruin's prison. Whatever answer exists await us inside the temple. The High Luminary will have returned by now. Hopefully he's found more than we have. So it might be that actually, you know, like Valigarmanda is still in there, but still partly imprisoned, but only partially, right? And that some of his power went free. They did say the prison was beginning to fail, but I felt certain it would hold for another few years at least. Was I mistaken? No, you were Zeralgjot. I would be glad to learn that this was all some misunderstanding. A futile hope, by the looks of things. We need to find out exactly what's going on. The High Luminary grants you entry and awaits you within. I'm sorry, my throat is already roughed up for the 3 sentences I read with that low voice, so...
What happened?
Oh no, he's actually fully gone, wow. Oh, that's not a good sight.
So it's true. The ice has failed.
Surmurwar, tell them what you told me.
A short while ago, acclaimed paid us a visit.
Who knows, maybe it's actually Zeralgjot that kills Galulja together with Bakulja. Yes, I'm still hard set on this theory. I think it would be the perfect event. In terms of, you know, like the story, of course. Oh, finally! Echo time! Where has it been all this time?
Who enters this hollowed hall?
Bakulja.
Ah, acclaimed.
Oh. And here we have the mighty Valigarmanda.
A terrifying withdrawal. With every awakening, it has seared its ruinous name into the memories of a new generation.
You know, I would also be kinda mad if I always get imprisoned as soon as I awaken again. Or otherwise dealt with.
What a good little terror. You've stayed napping right up until the day I needed you.
Explain yourself.
It is as they say. Gululjaja caused its magic to run rampant, trapping it in a frozen prison of its own creation. Clever. Clever. To unmake it would be quite tricky. 2 spells must be cast at the exact same moment. A conflagration intense enough to melt the ice, and awakening flame to rekindle the slumbering Vitral's soul.
Sounds like the same thing to me.
The only ones capable of such harmonious execution would be the heads of reason and resolve. And the blessed siblings, Bakul Jaja.
Interesting, he doesn't even try to hide it.
You mustn't!
But I already have. Rise and rage, little terror.
Why though? I mean, of course this is Zeralgjot's doing, right? Because he wants Zeralgjot to have a head start. But I still don't, I mean, this is kind of extreme, is it not? This thing would kill like thousands. How do you think that... Well, I mean, I get Zeralgjot's position as, I mean, So Ralja doesn't probably not know any of this, right? And Zarilja just feels like he's doing the things necessary to make sure that best candidate in his opinion, right? Will win.
I might have overdone the fire a bit.
And he's just doing what Zarilja tells him to, for reasons. I'm not sure what Zarilja could have promised him though.
Utter madness. Why
He seems kind of relaxed, I have to say.
For the throne, of course.
That makes zero sense. Why would anyone want you on the throne or give you the throne? Because if you unleash terror to your peoples, that does not make any sense. Zero. Come on, you can't be that dumb.
you unleash calamity for your own gain? Have you any idea how many may die?
Wreak havoc, Valigarmanda. Live up to your legend.
I don't think anymore that he will play a part for the good in his story. That's just so unreasonable. I don't know, that's just super dumb.
A messenger to Tuli Yolol has been dispatched. The Landsguard will send a contingent, I am sure. But there is no telling when they will arrive.
Idiot! This monstrous act is a step too far, even for him.
So,
Should have killed him when we had the chance to.
If we leave the withdrawal to others, it will be a massacre. Some might call it the wiser choice, if I don't want to fall behind the competition. But I could never live with myself. And my supporters deserve a better ruler. So that's that. I will stay and fight Valigarmanda.
You mean I will.
This is an enemy so
Nothing against you, but I mean...
failed to slay it. Alone, I don't stand a chance. I understand you've no obligation to aid me outside the right of succession. But for the sake of Urkopacha and its people, I beg you, join me in this battle.
You know, I'm known as a primal slayer and this is basically the same thing, so nah. Nope, I don't wanna. I'm just gonna sit and watch and, you know, like, lick a popsicle or something. This is the kind of challenge I live for. I loved it. Muggish.
Drawn to the chaos. You're as bad
Face.
as Papa. Don't worry. The Skyruin should prove a big enough challenge for all of us.
far be it from us to abandon a dear comrade in her time of need.
Dear comrades, now. I have to say, it does have a comforting ring to it. Knowing someone has your back makes it easier to do what you have to do.
Do we want to show everybody nodding, really? Okay, he's just smiling at least. Nodding is my thing! Stop doing it!
And what will we do?
One committed to winning the contest above all else would race on ahead.
So... I mean, we know that's not what he's gonna do.
Slay Valigarmanda, we'll need to find out where the beast went.
That's what we have you for, old friend.
He's still carrying around his knapsack. I mean, come on. He's got like all our provisions in there and all our stuff. It's like, oh yeah, can you carry my bottle? Oh yeah, can you carry my...
Bellow of the danger. They may need to flee to lower ground.
And I said I would take on the duties of a guide that did not include the tracking of ancient and terrible Tural Vidral. Still, we can't leave Valigarmanda free to ravage the land. Should the claimant reckless enough to free the Skyruin become Dawn Servant, what would become of Tully or Lal? Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's why? It's so stupid. That fiend Bakul Jaja, he's rotten through and through. There's nothing blessed about him. Two casters releasing spells of fire at the exact same moment. A feat impossible for any but a two-headed Mamuja. So, Aaronville, any ideas on how we can track Valigarmanda? The tried and true method of comparing sightings with other signs of passage is the most reliable, but also the most time-consuming. There is a second option, not as reliable as the first, but if we're lucky, it will let us ascertain the Skyruin's whereabouts far more quickly. Though a Tural Vidral of extraordinary nature, Valigarmanda is still a creature of this world. Like you and me, it is thus sustained by corporeal energy and possesses a unique ethereal balance. Which means this device should come in handy. An ethereal compass. A floating hand? Now's not the time to be playing with toys. It just points exactly at where it is. This is no toy, it's an ether seeker. As the name suggests, Gilganos use it to detect the ether of living beings. And you've had that in your pack this whole time? Imagine it going like this all the time in his back. It's just like poking him in the back all the time. I can calibrate it to follow a specific ethereal aspect. The problem with Valigarmanda, however, is that it can shift freely between the elements of fire, ice, or lightning. Points at Alize right now. Well, we know that in order to awaken Valigarmanda from its icy imprisonment, Bakul Jaja cast spells which quickened its fire-aspected ether. And the residents here were uniformly afflicted by burns. Therefore, the logical conclusion is that upon breaking free, Valigarmanda unleashed a great fiery blast. Then the choice is plain: fire. The Seeker, however, is not without its fault. As we were not able to input our quarry's unique etheric signature in advance, the device will respond to any living source of fire-aspected ether. So we have the reliable yet slow method of information gathering versus the potentially swift but easily misled Gleaner 2. I say why not pursue both methods at the same time. I take the hand. Good idea, we'll have the first to fall back on if the second fails. Alphino can do the talking. Alphino and Aaronville are gonna do the talking, right? You travel with me then, Yomi. Dang! In case the Seeker leads me to some other fiery fiend. Oh, you... okay, makes sense for you to do the Seeker thing. The rest of us can stay behind and talk to eyewitnesses. The more Skyruin sightings we can compare, the more accurate our information will be. If no one has any objections, I shall remain here in the village and tend to the Yokui. Very few are seriously injured, but I am wary of wounds inflicted by a creature like Valigarmanda. I should like to be close at hand should their condition suddenly worsen. Right, it sounds like we all have work to do. Into the ride of, the light of the dawn we ride. On this trail. To the Golden City. We should be on our way as well. Don't worry, the next time we see them, I will already have taken care of Valigarmanda. Please specify desired etherical aspect. Aaronville is ready to send his ether-seeking device in pursuit of Valigarmanda. We'll head to the outskirts of the village first, then set the Seeker to detect fire-aspected ether. Sensors set to detect etherical aspect fire. Right, the Seeker is ready to go. Warlord's Echo is still suffused with Skyruin's residual ether, so I've excluded it from the search area to prevent it from swamping the senses. Let's begin tracking, shall we? Okay. Affirmative. Tracking nearest source of fire-aspected ether. Beep. Source of fire-aspected ether located. Tracking disengaged. What was it? A campfire? A fire elemental? Not quite the legendary creature we were after. Yeah, dang. Would you mind dealing with that fire sprite? It will continue to confuse the Seeker if you leave it be. Aww. Poor spritey. A necessary measure, I'm afraid. Let's try this again. Affirmative. Tracking nearest source of fire-aspected ether. Hi, friend. Bye, friend. Seeker, resume tracking, and do try to point out something useful this time. Affirmative, resuming tracking. Well, Source of fire-aspected ether located, tracking disengaged. Maybe we should just climb this volcano. Ah, another remnant of Valigarmanda's last rampage. The crater's flames register to the Seeker's corporeal ether. Isn't that weird? In the words of the Tuliyollal saga, when Valigarmanda rages out of control, its fire burns forever, its ice does not thaw, and its lightning crackles without cease. Thus was the Dawn Servant able to turn the Skyruin's perpetual magic against itself, trapping it within an unmelting prison of ice. This is no mundane fire, but some kind of everlasting sorcery. Once again, it is a strange feeling to see fanciful poetry proven true. The important thing is that the fire was classified as living ether. We can feed a sample into the Seeker and greatly improve its accuracy. One moment. Yeah, just grab a fistful of eternal fire and... that's how it works, right? There, now the Seeker should ignore any etheric signature but Valigarmanda's. Had I realized this was possible from the start, then you needn't have fought those creatures at all. We killed innocent poor creatures because of your inaccuracy. We've never done that before. No, not at all. My apologies. It seems I still have much to learn from this journey, as a gleaner and as a guide. The Skyruin. Aaronville is ready to resume tracking Valigarmanda. This time the Seeker should be attracted solely to Valigarmanda's ether. Resume tracking based on the latest sample. Affirmative. Sample ethereal signature detected. Engaging accelerated pursuing. Oh, they just disappear. That was quick. Ah, great. Good, the Seeker was drawn directly to the Skyruin's fire. Now we know we've set the correct parameters for its ethereal aspect. I try increasing the threshold for etheric concentration. That should direct us to the Tural Vidral itself. Recalibrating sensors, resuming tracking. I think we'd notice if Valigarmanda was inside this passage. Let's head through to the other side. You reached your destination.
Could Valigarmanda have shifted its elemental aspect? It does have 3 to choose from, after all.
It's behind you.
In any case, I'm almost certain the Vidral was headed in the direction of Worqor Lar Dor. We should let the others know we have a likely location.
Alphino is assisting the Yokhoi with their evacuation. He thought they could use a healing hand with the injured.
So where is Valigarmanda?
Worqor Lar Dor. Its stratified layers contain a wealth of crystals, said to be the source of its many-colored glow. After 80 years of imprisonment, the Vitral will be in dire need of sustenance. It would have been drawn to the mountain's energies.
So Valigarmanda seeks to replenish its ether.
Then we'd better not give it the chance.
Stop!
Why? Oh, those three.
That mountain is sacred ground.
Hmm.
I forbid you to set foot on it.
And I don't care.
Sorry, It is not our intention to trespass. But you must understand, that's where Valigarmanda has gone. If we don't slay it now, it will slaughter countless innocents. Just like in the old days, I beg you, permit us to enter.
Out of the question. Your band is incapable of defeating Valigarmanda. Either you seek to defile Worqor Lar Dor, or you are fools.
If you doubt their chances, how would you feel were we to join them?
Come on, I could have done that. Ah.
The monument to Valigarmanda's defeat bears the names of 7 heroes. With our forces combined,
Oh, we're 8.
also number 7.
You can't count Kona. Well, I guess he doesn't count Erenville because Erenville can't find, right?
7 weaklings are no less doomed than 4.
Ah, see? Told ya.
You've come to help as well.
Against my sound advice.
Yeah, because you're a freaking asshole.
We might have secured an insurmountable lead. A minor delay. It will not change the contest's outcome. I would take the measure of this Tural Vitral my father was unable to kill.
With both my brothers here, this battle is all but won.
Your celebration is premature. I never...
Brother, no! We do not bear arms against our own people.
What an odd thing to say. As I recall, the inhabitants of Chir Wagur Sultan do not consider themselves members of the Tuliyolal nation. I'd hardly call them our own people.
What does that matter? Members or not, everyone in Tural is part of our dream for peace. If you would hurt them, then you'll have to go through me.
Well, that would be interesting. And me! Yes, right. Come on, I want to fight Zeralja, please! Come on! We know it's gonna happen at some point, but I want it now!
She saved me from the mountain bird. Now, then, the same eyes. Eyes of stone. Words of stone. We are still in her debt. Consider the debt repaid. But do not...
Yeah, whatever.
Made your point. We can talk more once the contest is over.
I ask...
Wuklamat.
Wuklamat, protector of peace, and soon to be done servant.
Right. We'll see about that.
Even people with wildly different ideals can find understanding through earnest discussion. I believe that, wholeheartedly.
As do I. I won't give up until we reach a compromise.
Assuming you survive, my old bones and I will be waiting here for the true heir's return.
Your thoughts have always been a mystery to me, brother. But I'm relieved to see you put aside the contest for the sake of the greater good.
Our nation is a fortress, and its people the bricks with which it is built. The more that are lost or broken, the weaker Tuliyollal becomes.
Mm-hmm.
Even the crudest rock has value as a stepping stone.
Smile? No, smile. That's such me material.
Forget about the right of succession for now, and help me fight this overgrown snake bird.
I mean, we all know that's gonna be me doing the fighting, so... Why are we talking as if they would be fighting?
I don't care how strong the Skyruin may be. We're going to put this menace down for good.
Nobody stops to say anything about the beautiful the flower field we're standing in. Oh, okay, that was a little unexpected. I imagined it would have been going for a little longer. Oh, we can't do it with NPC companions. Ah, sure, I guess we'll do that. Oh, even with Soralja and Kona, interesting. Okay, so they are gonna be fighting. Oh, well, that's different then. Oh, my portrait. Worqor Lar Dor. I was hoping it would be an area, to be honest, because it looks beautiful with the rainbow mountains and dunes. This is gonna be interesting. And the problem is, of course, since this is an NPC party, if I die, we wipe. No pressure. Wait, now we are 8 people. Oh yeah, with Soralja, of course. Your indomitable strength will what? Oh! Okay, we can KO once. Interesting. Burning for battle. Sustaining most damage that would normally result in KO will instead ignite the will to live. Okay, so I guess that's to counter exactly what I said. You know, like that when I die, we wipe, right? Alright, alright. Let's have a look then. Wind. Why didn't they take any damage? What? They were right in that. Wind again. Oh, okay, that was this thing. It didn't say anything, so I was confused if it was the same thing or not. Okay. Oh, now it's ice. Okay. That's cool. I like that. Cool mechanic. Looking forward to the extreme of this. Yeah, actually, I should be taking notes. Well, not really taking notes, but I will be doing this blind on extreme. So I should pay attention to the mechanics. Ha! You missed me. Clamot is happy. Disaster zone. Oh. Ah, lightning next.
Become my blade!
Doesn't do anything because we're not grounded.
Oh, radiant starlight, become my blade!
Try this!
Okay. Oh, if you're up. Okay, when you're skyborn, you will have lighting on yourself. I like how some of the NPCs follow mechanics and some don't. Might be a tank thing. Ruin foretold.
The heavens' brilliance!
Why is everybody running over here? What? I mean, sure, it's as good as anywhere, I guess. Are you kidding me? I'm not gonna stand in that. Are you kidding me? Come over here.
I can still fight.
Formidable.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it would be going untargetable or not. Fully disaster. Don't move. Right. The heck is going on? Oh wow. Okay. Oh! Fiery. Perpetual conflagration. Valigarmanda's flames are slowly consuming you, causing damage over time and increasing damage taken. This effect will not expire until Valigarmanda is defeated. Well, okay. What's going on? Oh, okay. Just Ifrit. Ifrit plumes. Oh god, that's it. Yeah. Fuck. Avalanches! Endless strength or not, victory will be ours. You're right, Diplomat. Ah! Nobody saw that. I didn't panic at all.
Underestimate me. This should do it.
Hey, finally we heard Trial say something. Disaster zone.
All that I have and more I bring to bear.
Come on. Shimatsuri! There we go. Did it. We did what Gulul Jaja could not do. Easy as pie. Small wonder they called it the Skyruin. Yeah, because it was a spell that it used like 5 times. We won? We won! Surprised. I've been curious to see Zoralja in action. Yeah, I didn't really look at him though. It was an ordeal indeed. You fought well, Lamati, without hesitation. Oh god, come on, stop it. Oh, that was grueling. I expected more. Yes, I did so as well, actually. Come on, wasn't that exhausting?
We did it. We slew Valigarmanda.
I do wonder if it comes back, primal-like.
A feat that even the great Gulul Chacha couldn't manage. For you, Papa!
For a second I thought you would not be saying for you, but another F word there.
There's no denying it was an impressive achievement, but I wouldn't be so quick to claim we've outdone Father. The Federal was weakened by decades of imprisonment. Had we faced it in its prime,
yeah, sure. Way to be a party pooper.
How can you say that? 80 years couldn't have made that much of a difference, could it?
Yeah, right.
Oh, who am I kidding? Papa's still the best.
I'm sure you'll surpass him one day.
You're right about that. Just need a few more battles like this one under my belt.
The Skyruin lies dead. And still, I've yet to prove myself the miracle.
Well, I suppose we should head back and join Erenville.
We did leave him with only Sorrel.
Oh, that's great company, yeah. Oops. The matter of outdoing our father aside, this was the best outcome we could have hoped for. Never again will our people need fear the looming shadow of the Skyruin. I'm still giddy from our victory. Witnessing Soralja in battle, I understand why he's widely considered to be Tuliolal's greatest warrior. I didn't really look at him, I have to be honest. Didn't I tell you? I pull my own weight in battle now. Kona did well. Our promise has promised too, don't you think? Tis fortunate we vanquished that winged calamity ere it could inflict greater suffering upon these lands. Your proud expressions bespeak a successful hunt, not that I'm surprised in the least. Soralja came back earlier, but left almost immediately with Zarilja in tow. He seemed disinclined to share in any victory celebrations. I wonder why he's traveling with Zarilja. He seems to be like not sharing his opinions, but it's kind of weird, I don't know. It's nothing unusual for Soralja. No, it's Bakul Jaja that concerns me. He's probably far ahead now, making the most of the mayhem he caused. I still can't believe he did something so evil just to slow us down. If we hadn't slain Valigarmanda, it wasn't only Urkopacha at risk, there would have been deaths across the entire continent. I'm more certain than ever that Bakul Jaja cannot be allowed to rule. I have to catch him and take back my keystone. The Feet of Ice. Thancred would suggest sharing the news of your victory. The Yokhoi must still be anxious, wondering where and when Valigarmanda will strike next. I suggest we hurry back and allay their fears. Alfino as well, I should think. Yes, you're right. We shouldn't let them worry another moment. I see Master Alfino have made good use of the time to further tend to the wounded. While we were contending with that screeching menace, I expect Bakul Jaja was off to the next feat. Amidst the chaos of the Skyruin's awakening, I'd forgotten we still have the Feet of Ice to complete. Well, there was a Feet of Ice. I thought the villagers would be in hiding. Alfinod's confidence in us must have reassured them. I expected I would be asked to track many things during the course of our journey, but Valigarmanda was not among them. Welcome back. Not for a moment did I doubt that you'd return safe and sound. Sure. Scaling a massive mountain, fighting an elector, battle against a legendary monstrosity. Yes, you could say I am a little tired. I was thinking it would be going like, yes, you could say that was a usual day in the office. Before we do anything else, we should talk to Governor.
To the temple, then.
That won't be necessary. Valigarmanda is no more. Yours is a victory worthy of song.
I think so too.
We had plans for a second feat to be conducted here in town, but the recklessness of your fellow claimant has rendered them pointless.
A second feat?
The Feet of Ice. You are to fortify Valigarmanda's prison.
Well, I think we did something better.
How shall we proceed, High Luminary?
What more would we test, Zulmurwar? They have defeated the Skyruin and saved the gods know how many lives. If they are not worthy heirs to Kulul Jalja, then no one is.
So did... Wait, but Zerulcha didn't get his gemstone then, right? Oh, never mind.
Now that our last claimant has arrived, we can proceed with the formalities.
Yay, second keystone. He's just talking too slowly, sorry. I want to end the episode. I did read the whole thing, don't worry. Pitch black. Oh no, it's green, never mind. Just very dark green.
That makes 5. Only 2 left to collect.
Mm-hmm.
Except that one of those 5 is in Bakul Jaja's thieving hands. He will answer for that. And for losing Valigarmanda.
You have brought lasting tranquility to our home and earned the gratitude of every Yokwi. May glory and prosperity continue to bless Tuliolal as we enter this new age.
Mm-hmm. Okay, business done. Bye.
Was never much of a talker, our brother. If you're up for it, you should visit the capital. I'd like everyone to get to know you and your people better.
Ha! I'll consider it. If it's one of you two who claims the throne.
Then you need only await a missive from Sunperch. I'll be sending out invitations.
Today is a day for unusual visitors.
Hmm.
You, Worqor, I doubted you could slay Valigarmanda. Had the Vidral been suffered to roam free, it would have terrorized us all.
Yep, you're in a debt
You
now.
owe us nothing.
Again.
We fought because we wanted to.
Yeah, just for fun,
Yet
I guess.
a debt has been incurred, all the same.
I wouldn't even know what to ask for.
Be peaceful.
Perhaps he can tell
World
us
peace.
about the dreams of the Golden City.
No, okay. More practical approach.
Good idea. That was on my list of questions I wanted to ask.
The golden dreams. Yes, we have records of our forebears and their visions from the time before the Shaktural expedition.
What did your forebears see?
A heavenly land, suffused with a golden glow. Its people lived as gods, never aging, never dying, free from hardship and conflict. Every building was a palace, and in their midst
Now we want to
reigned a silent
sire in the 7 rejoining so that it can all be as it was back then again,
Even
right?
my kin would need lift their gaze to behold its visage.
A statue of a goddess. That's new.
Aye, and compared to the abstract imagery we'd previously heard, this was a detailed description.
The dreamers were consumed by their visions, compelled to seek out the paradise they'd been shown.
Those who go in search of the Golden City do not return. The tales Worqor shared may have been rooted in historical fact.
Well, obviously.
Perhaps. Who can know the truth of it?
The forest? What do you mean?
He was speaking of the forest.
From the very first, the visions were said to visit only those who worked the quarries in Yaktel.
Interesting.
After they were ravaged by disease and saw fewer newborns, they were forced to abandon that territory. Once our people's withdrawal to Urkopacha was complete, we never again dreamed of the Golden City.
So only Yokhui in that one specific area experienced the visions. Fascinating.
Yeah, interesting.
Well,
Maybe they were just a little
we're headed to
high on
Worqor
some
next.
specific plants or
Maybe
something.
we'll find out more when we get there.
Hmm. It's gonna be the beautiful dark forest, right? I'm looking forward to that
Sharing your stories with us.
area.
I do not require gratitude. Farewell, Worqor Lar.
Bye. A heavenly land suffused with the golden glow. Sounds like the lands between. The Yaktel is where the Yokhui had their golden dreams. We may soon have the chance to investigate the tale firsthand. With only 2 keystones remaining, we've at last begun to gain a fuller picture of the legend of the Golden City. What a turn of events! We were only meant to strengthen the ice, but Bakul Jaja's idiocy forced us to do them one better. I don't think Worqor Lar and his brethren will have a sudden change of heart about Tuliyollal, but that doesn't mean they'll never change at all. Today is proof of that. Alright! And this is where we're ending this episode of Gilganos playing Dawntrail. Thank you so much for watching. That was a nice little trial with interesting mechanics, especially the usage of the additional terrain off of the arena to have a avalanche come in, right? Even though, of course, it wasn't really, like, in the end, it was just a line AoE coming from somewhere, right? But it was still pretty cool, I would say. Looking forward to the extreme version of that, and especially looking forward to next episode where we're gonna go to Yaktel into that beautiful forest. I was since I've seen the first pictures of that area, I wanted to go there, so that's gonna be very fun, very interesting. I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Never forget to always GG. And until next time, bye bye.